going up to a woman? Like, what's holding them back from that?
Because of feminism and Me Too and all that shit. And because women will fucking put men on blast who like maybe awkwardly approach them. You see also those gym TikTok videos where girls like work out in the gym and then there's like a guy who like glances at them for like 1 second and they fucking blast them. That's what guys are scared of. And these guys they're not even doing anything wrong. They're just like innocently, sometimes they're not even looking in their direction. So there's like this social component now where like people are terrified to get like fucking exposed on social media.
That's an interesting point that he made there. You should have said, because the woman asked the question, why aren't men approaching women anymore? Now, back in my day when I was younger, it was a numbers game. You had to approach as many women as you can because most women would reject you. And because most women will reject you on the most silliest things, and the reason why most women will reject you wasn't necessarily because they didn't find you attractive, was because of their own insecurity as to whether they could handle someone that was A, either attractive as you, B, the attention. Women have an issue when it comes to attention. They want you to, because they're insecure, they require validation and attention. But the problem is they want you to give it first so that they can then give it back. But oftentimes what happens is that, especially in this modern time, what I'm seeing is that they're getting a lot of attention from social media, you know, the internet, etc. like that. And because they're getting all that attention, it's too much. It's gone into their head. It's blown them up. It's made them delusional. Do you see what I'm saying? So men, I guess, in a response, because men are logical creatures, rational creatures, so in a response to the women's behavior to the dating sexual market and their newfound freedom and liberation and the consequences of that, i.e. the Me Too movement, i.e. this whole gym TikTok video, because I have seen those gym TikTok videos and I work out in the gym too, and I'm like, what the heck are you talking about? Sometimes when I'm resting, I'll stop and sit down and have a look around the gym because I want to see the people that's in the gym, who's working out, what they're doing, what their body type is, what kind of exercise they're holding down. So it's very asinine for the women to be making those kind of videos. And of course, that's not all women, those type of women. But again, what men are telling me is that this is a majority of women in the West. So you guys, correct me if I'm wrong. If the men aren't approaching the women, then the women need to be looking at what they're doing and what they're showing. And you see what I'm saying? In order to, why they're not attracting the male gaze. Because it's a woman's job to get a man's attention.
What's the value system or the point system for a woman who cooks versus a woman who can suck good dick and fuck well?
Okay, I did a street interview and I asked the guys, would you rather have a girl that gave good head or a good cook? And most guys,
they want this.
Bullshit. What men are interested in life as a whole is status. If I turn up home and I come home with my boys and she says, I'll cook you all a steak, that's status. If a woman comes up to me and goes, I'll be the best sex you ever had, I am fucking revolted. I don't want the best sex I've ever had. I want you to be pure and a virgin. You should know what sex is. Cook my fucking dinner. Shut up. Don't come and talk to me about fucking sucking dick. It's vile. It's disgusting. I don't want to hear that shit.
Can I say something?
I don't want to hear that shit.
That was an interesting video there from the infamous Andrew Tate, and I think that's Brittany Renner. Yeah, Brittany Renner. So basically, she was asked what do men want, and she said that men want the gluck gluck, right? That's what she said. Now, again, this is a common misconception that women have, and because women did not have fathers in the household or mothers which had their best interest at heart when it comes to relationships and finding good men and getting married, these women have been taught only one side of men, right? So what women are doing is that they're conflating a man's sexual need, the need to have sex, for relationship, because that's how they view sex. Sex for them is in a relationship. You see what I'm saying? Or that's how they frame it in order for them to be able to have it. So while women say, yeah, they can have meaningless sex or one night stands, whatever the case may be, that's not necessarily in their nature. However, it is in a male's nature to be what? Polyamorous or polygamous, right? So it's a very incorrect opinion when women have the notion that all men want is sex. Yes, sexual pleasure does go a very long way and is very important and is one of the most important, but not the most important component in a relationship when it comes with men. But because men lead with that first and foremost, women assume wrongly that that's all that men want. Yes, primarily that is all that men want, but it's your job to make the man want more than that, because sexually, that's all he sees on the outside, what you are. He doesn't know about your personality. He doesn't know about your spirituality. He doesn't know about any of those things because he cannot read your mind. He's not a mind reader.
Curious that women get so upset about the biological fact that most men prefer women in their younger years, mainly due to fertility, low body count, and just general attraction. And I knew countless women at the age of 19, 20 who dated 30, 35 plus men while they were young. And then all of a sudden they get to be 30, 35, and now all of a sudden they disagree with it, saying it's creepy.
So older men versus younger women. I've heard this argument so many times, and there's a very logical fallacy in this argument that they seem to be spinning around, right? Because modern women seem to have an issue with older men dating younger women. However, when I was growing up, and from time immemorial before that, younger women have always found older men more attractive. Why? Because older men usually come with the things that most women find attractive. Stability, maturity, the ability to problem solve, the ability to protect, the ability to educate and lift her up, the ability to lead the house. Because he has more experience, therefore he should be more competent in being able to lead her and provide for her in the lifestyle that she would require. Now, all around the world, in multiple cultures, across different dynasties, across different time zones, across different oceans, have all practiced, generally, older men with younger women. And this is in time immemorial.
Great-grandmother actually could work with a black man with more trauma.
Because they understood that the black woman and the black man are on the same side. Now that we are all free and independent and we can do whatever we want to, why would we seek to, be one with the black man? We even think that being...
Thank you. Clip it, slice it, put it on World Star. She said it, not me. Now that you're independent, you don't need to be with... There you go. And there you go, black man. There it is. She's finally got one to say it.
Build businesses with us.
Your grandmothers and your great-grandmothers had more trauma and more stress and did it better. They have exponentially less and they're handling it worse. But it's because they're free and can do what the hell they want to. They don't need to be with you. So you don't need to feel any guilt for taking care of you. For putting yourself first and making your passion, your purpose, your priority. You don't need to feel guilty because this 24-year-old woman just said it. They don't feel any guilt about it. Thank you.
I cannot believe that this black woman said that. That is crazy. Do you know how crazy that is for me as a black man on the other side of the pond in the West, in the UK, to hear, who understands black history, who understands slavery, who understands colonialism, who understands, when we ruled before that time, who understands the Egyptian rulership, who understands the African rulership, who understands the Arab slave trade, to hear a black woman say, now that we are free and equal, why would we want to work with the black man? Wow. So that's really what's in the mindset. Is that what you guys are saying? Is this why you lot want to be? So basically, because I'm sitting here talking about LSG mindset, talking about building legacy and family, talking about going back to the motherland with the Pan-Africanist idea and saying that we need to be building and connecting back over there. And you're telling me that modern women in the West are telling men that they don't want to have families, that they don't want to be mothers, that they don't want to be wives, and they don't want to work with a black man because... But then she went on and said build businesses with us, which doesn't even make any sense, which shows the ice because obviously Kevin called her out, right? So then she tried to backtrack and try to change it. But this is what you guys are saying? If this is what you guys are saying, please put it in the chat and let me know, because then I need to speak to this, because I will speak to the men. And now I understand the first part of the video about the passport, bro. Because if this is what's taking place, then realistically speaking, there is no black family. There is no Western family. There is no legacy that's going to go forward. You are all going to be or marching towards a bunch of automatons ready for the enslavement. Really. You see what I'm saying? It's like, what the heck are we talking about here? This is the reality of what it is. It's like, nah, this can't be. Guys, leave a comment down below. I want to know what you think. You see what I'm saying? Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I'm definitely going to be making more videos. I'm definitely going to try to be more consistent with it. You see what I'm saying? But, please do show your support, because you see what I'm saying? They flagged this channel a long time ago, because I'll be talking about the male experience over here. Family, love, marriage, self-improvement and the masculine principle. But anyway, guys, catch me on the next video. With that, it's Blackmail TV and I'm out. Peace.